Hello and welcome to the closing ceremonies of the final AnachroCon. Oh, well, did you have a good time?
Yes.
Good. You got a hat? You like it? Is it fabulous? I can't see it. I'm sure it's fabulous. Okay, so this is a little different than, hi, what can I do? There we go. Use this one? Oh, okay. Hello, hi. All right, this one. I'm using this one. Cool. I forgot what I was saying.
Take two.
Take two. Yes, thank you. That was where I was at. Because this is the final year, we're going to do things a tiny bit differently because there are so many wonderful, fabulous, and talented and creative people that have been a part of making AnachroCon what it has been over the past decade, decades, 11 years, guys. And I wasn't here in the beginning. I didn't start this. Cindy's sitting right there. She and her people. I didn't start this. I took a torch that some awesome people lit and kept it lit. And now, here we are. So, I'm going to start with, because we are missing, I brought tissues, JD. Okay. Okay, I brought tissues. Sorry. We're still gathering information from our peoples. We apologize for the interruption. Hi, peoples. There is a person missing that made AnachroCon amazing, and that is our Red Queen. So I'm going to have the tech guys, the first thing we do is honor her by playing a video that was created in our backyard when I lived in Atlanta for the Red Queen's Mad Tea, which to this day, as in this weekend, I was asked if she was here and if it was back. So this is for those people that...
This is for the people that all knew and loved her, and we miss our Red Queen very much. So this is our tribute to her.
David could not be here. Her husband, he had to take care of her father. He wanted to attend, but he is in Alabama. So we wish him well. And this is for her. Guys, you want to cue that? Okay, so we cut the sound. It'll continue to play and continue to watch it, but we wanted to make sure everyone had time to be here. So feel free to continue to watch while I ramble. And when the video is over, please someone let me know. So, how we're going to do this differently is I will call up a lot of people. I will give them a couple of minutes to say something, and they will be presented with a sort of a plaque that I have made. Each plaque has been handmade and touched by my hands and hers, but every single piece has been applied by me. So it is flawed and errored, but it is full of love for each and every one of you. And I want to give you all the chance to say something, including those in the audience, about AnachroCon, because you have the right to. You're all our family. And on that note, I'm going to make sure everybody knows who everybody is. So, Jay.
Hi guys.
Yay!
I'm sure a few of you know who I am. I came on board second year in AnachroCon. Brought the speakeasy. And then I moved into the hospitality suites and did that for many years. And then Amber and I became co-chairs. And it's been a great run, and I've enjoyed every moment of AnachroCon, and I hope you guys have too. It's a lot of fun, a lot of new people I've met being here. Had some great times with all of you guys. Okay.
I kind of came in when my sister did. This was the first con I ever went to. I didn't know what a convention was before I stepped off those elevators the first time. And that was extremely overwhelming for someone who's never been to a convention before. I just walked out and everybody was beautiful and I was like, what's going on? But I've met so many great people through this, and I've had a lot of fun, and we've raised a lot of money for a lot of good causes. So thank you for that.
I'm gonna go last, so nope.
Hi everyone, I'm Joe Scott, or if you're a fan of the Sword Fighters, I'm Lena. Amber actually is the one that, I mean this in a laughing way, but drug us here.
It's true, I do.
And she said, you're going to come fight at the convention. And I looked at her and went, are you high? We do Renaissance fairs.
And I went, no, you're going to come to a con. And she went, but why? And you have to understand, I just moved here. And I had not met most of you lovely people yet, because when I moved here, it wasn't time for an AnachroCon. And so I was just like, what do I do? And Cindy, you tried so hard. But I was homesick. So I went, you're going to come to an AnachroCon because I said so. I don't care if you only do Renaissance fairs. And so that's how that happened.
We performed here for 7 years.
Just about, because that's about when I came in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has been an absolute blast. It has. This year, finally, we got to come inside, as we've been outdoors for a long time. It has been an honor to be here. It's been an honor to meet all of you and work with you and see all of the crazy, wonderful things you do. And
You guys rock. All of you are amazing, I promise.
I just want to tell you all, thank you. Thank you for accepting us into this world, because it has changed a lot of our lives.
So with that, I'm gonna do Tori's because she's real. Do you want to do yours? Okay. Well, first of all, you should know she's up here not because she's on the board or anything super like that. She's on the board because she's my brain. she's not on the board. She's up here because she's my brain, and that's why. Because words are hard, y'all. I'm pretty sure my brain got caught in the time vortex. Linda, are you waving at me?
No, I'm just saying brain.
Yeah, brain. Yeah, brain. About 2 months ago, somewhere in there. So, it's difficult for me to brain, and she's up here for when I forget what to tell you, lovely people. So, now that we've all kind of, do you want to say something? No? Okay, I didn't think so. So, now we're going to move to some announcements real quick. The first person I'm gonna, well, no, let's see. Let me think for just a second. What are we gonna do? How are we gonna do this? Oh, who wants free stuff? That's what we're gonna start with. Who wants free stuff? I have bandanas up here, and my assistant up here is going to throw them at people. No, she's gonna essentially throw them at people. She's gonna to whoever first come first serve. We've got random, and they are from our Wild West year. They were from Naomi's tea that year. They were part of the decorations. So if you want one, if you've known Naomi and you want one just because they're up here, I can hand them out at random, or you guys can come in and get them at the end. Which would you prefer? At the end? Okay, cool. So wait, I had one random. Who was random? You. I'll make sure you get one. There you go. So, anyway, moving on. And now, next step, there we go. I have a list. Someone sent me a list. Who sent me a list? My shiny Bridget sent me a list. It's on my phone.
You have been sent this for quite some time.
Okay, so I have a list of volunteers from my directors. And these are volunteers that have gone above and beyond the Call of Duty this weekend, because we were strapped for people and our volunteers have worked their little booties off. So I would like the following volunteers to approach as I call your name. Bear from security, are you in here?
He had to go home.
He had to go home. Okay. Well, we'll get it to him. Randall Daly. Can you come up here? Yes. This man is a wonder, I tell you. In front, Tori, will you hand him one of those bags? I know you made those, but there you go. You get to keep one. Jan. Is Jan in here?
Jan, hold on. Jan.
Oh, she's with the puppers. The sweet baby puppers. Oh, do y'all see that bunny Bree? Is Bree here? I love that bunny. I love that bunny. Hey Bree, shout out to the Bree bunny. That bunny is the softest bunny I've ever seen. She's amazing. Jan,
She's
are you here?
She's coming. She's
coming?
right here. Go. Goodbye.
Hey, Jan, come on up.
Yay!
Mike Hennigan, are you here?
Mike! Yelling at people.
We're still working.
Sorry, they're moving the table.
This is why they're awesome. This is why they've gone up. See, okay. And Laura Walker.
That's my girl.
anything but good, amazing stuff.
Mike's here.
Thank you, John.
He walks it back, he lost the shoe.
My kids take anything.
Okay, these two I'm going to call together, and if I had to continue the list, I would have called you all up at once, and I'm done. Nicole Golden, Catherine Henry, and I'm supposed to nod to the Kazaki because apparently while this one was busy, those three have made sure that a lot of crap got done. So, thank you. We love you. Thank you.
Thank you for being me while I was busy.
Oh, I love this lady, Nancy. She's in a. Nancy, is she still here? With info?
She's still disbelieving. She thinks she's a rock star.
Come on, Nancy. Come on down. Do we need to bring it to her? We can bring it to her if we need to do that. No, she should
Light speed's too slow.
Thank you, honey. Thank you for everything you do. We love you. Brent.
Engage.
He is trying to get your dead dog up and running.
Okay, we will get into it later.
He's
Thank you.
upstairs. I'll bring
He
him
has
to
been thanked. There's another name on here, but I'm gonna skip it because I'm not gonna make her come up here, but I will acknowledge her. Lupe, you did rock. So we're gonna issue that. Lupe rocked. She's on the list, but she's not required to be in front of people. Ruth. Do I have a Ruth? Ruth. Hey, Ruth. Apparently you were amazing and your directors loved you. Yes. I'm sorry, I missed somebody because I can't see. I really need new contacts. I'm sorry, there's another N name. Nicole Thompson. I'll give you just a second. Go ahead. Mark. Is Mark here? Mark. Hey, Mark. Woo! And I can't. How do I pronounce that?
Uncle Boney.
Uncle Boney. I was unsure of the pronunciation, and I wasn't going to say it till I was. Hello. Okay, so I would like to take a second to thank them and all of our volunteers. We love you. 11 years of this, guys. We've made it a real long road. All right, now that that's done, I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm squealing, but I'm going to have Tori pull things at random because organization didn't happen, and I'm going to call people up, and this is going to be your opportunity to say whatever, your thanks, your goodbyes, how you feel, whatever you would like to say. If you want to say anything at all, you can just come and accept it. But this is my personal thank you to all of you. And if you do not have one of these, it's because I ran out of time. You're on a list and it's going to get mailed to you. You were not forgotten. Photography, Grandpa, built in England. Hello, Grandpa. That is Milton Anglin. He has been amazing. He's the one that made those big photo ops out there, the drop box and the archway. He did that, so thank you. Cindy McLeod.
Thank you all for the opportunity. It's been a bumpy ride.
Hold on, ladies. This is a founder. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a founder. This is a board member.
I'll take the mic on.
Oh, sorry.
There you go.
Sorry.
Hello, London. Not really. Thank you all for the opportunity. All I really wanted to do was throw a big party for a bunch of my friends, and I got to do that. It was a bumpy ride at sometimes, but with good friends, all things are possible. So, thank you.
This one goes to Jay. He is our co-chair, and he makes sure that, you know, that the hotel is happy, so we try to do that. Mr. W. as. Thank you. Thank you for keeping.
I would also like to thank my second, which is not here, Barry.
Yeah.
Bear, yes, Bear. He's around here somewhere.
No,
Wait.
he's left.
Okay. We will get his bag to him. Can you take it?
I can take it for him.
Okay, Tori, will you get him that bag? Do you have anything else to say?
I love all you beautiful people.
Thank you. We love you too. Gaming track, Sean and Drake. Thank you, Sean. Always making sure we have plenty of board games and awesomeness to do. We appreciate you.
I'd like to thank all of y'all who stopped by. We had a great time, and I'd like to thank my staff who is currently cleaning up the gaming room.
Yeah.
So that would be Mike Yacoba, Misty Tyner, and Matthew Worley. So.
All right, where is my Dardar? Because my Dardar's got to come up here. Where's my kids track director? All right, hang on. You gotta stay up here for a second once you get up here.
He's got something to say too.
Of course he does.
Well, before he says something, we have something to give him.
Oh, is that?
All right. That is your plaque, Dardar. Hang on. Before he says anything. Wait. Tori, get the thing in the corner. Dun, da, 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 da. The Anachro banner goes to and now forever belongs to Darwin. Now you may speak.
Okay, now I can speak.
Now you may speak.
I've been here 7 times, and I used to love this convention. Like, I actually love this convention. I like all of these people right here. 'Cause I see them each and every year, and we can talk to them. But sooner or later, the candle will blow out, and maybe it might be light again in the future.
We love you, Darwin. We love you so much. That is an amazing speech. Tech Ops, Travis Cowell. Okay, so Travis on point, as he always is, but he's amazing, and I love you, and thank you. Your lights, your video, your sound, or your con.
Yo, booty!
Thank you, Travis. Thank you, and your team, all of you. I love you all. I love
I've only been tech director here for a few years, but I've been working it for, I don't even know how long anymore. But I want to thank everybody. This has been a great show. This has always been fun for us. Definitely want to thank all the staff that I've had that's come out throughout the years. I mean, they're out there still working. Unfortunately, they're not here. So, thank all of y'all.
Guys, if you need to lose it, we have tissues. It's okay. I'm going to be a mess as soon as I get to my part of what I got to say, which is why it's at the very, very end.
I'm not trying to dollar off. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, the next person is, I'm going to give him a second. This man has saved my butt, okay, and hers, because we had some technical snafus from a very not nice place. And this man was patient, he was kind, he was caring, he waited, he never snapped. And the reason you have schedules in your hand is because this man spent all day Saturday trying to get them to you. Thank you. Okay. Also, if you need tissues, just raise your hand because we're going to pass them around at some point. Is Silicat up here? Thank you for making everything run smoothly. We love you. You're in that room all day. We love you. I just wanted to thank Clay Figman, his wife, Tiffany and Mark. They came in at the last minute and they have done more than pull their weight, and I didn't have a chance to thank them enough. So I just wanted to add that. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, this one's not down here, but I want y'all to see it because I kind of really like it. And this one is Tyrannies for Con Suite. There she is. Come and get her. Thank you.
I've enjoyed feeding you for the last few years, but I'm very glad that I don't have to do it again. I love you all.
Thank you, honey.
I'll also do that. One more time.
One more. Cool. We got this. Okay. My Sailor Moon buddy at heart. I need my shiny girl. Bridget, come on up here. This woman is your Information Services Director.
Yes.
She has been amazing, and we love you. She is also a whole big reason why you got some schedules. Thank you.
I want to thank the Academy. Because honestly, if I don't make y'all laugh, I'm going to cry. This was my first volunteer show. I've been going to cons for a while, but I love you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Tech, security, all of y'all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, they're very shiny and there's lots of lights. Registration, Kim. Badges. Oh, this lady. Gotta love this lady.
It has been my privilege and pleasure to open the front door and welcome people in. And yes, you have to have a stinking bath.
Registration. I'm not announcing it. You do it.
How many people?
Oh. We had 509 attendees.
We rocked it. Jeremiah Mitchell. Who did a 3-hour panel last night?
Who here thinks they can't do a 3-hour tour? Hi, I'm Jeremiah and I am not an alcoholic. I haven't been here long enough, so I'll just say thanks.
Thank you. Thank you.
Linda, car show, come on up. Did you see those cars out there? They were some really cool cars. Okay, I want to say something about Linda. Linda's been here longer than I have. Linda is one of the most loyal people I know. Linda is, thank you. We love you.
So we raised only $37, but the number one most money raised was MIB. The fan favorite, of course, was the Batmobile. So, yeah, I'm so happy you guys like what I brought.
Are those two people here?
No. Oh, well, MIB is, Joey had to leave.
No, actually, MIB, if you could stand up and come forward. Thank you.
Thank you for the signs too. Without that, it might have been just the same, but this one made it even extra special. Thank you.
Hey guys, I want you to know that this man right here, even though he was one of our car show entries, he busted his tail helping get everything outside ready for the car show. And I want to thank him for that.
Do you have anything you'd like to say?
This is either my 4th or 5th time being at the con. My one less I've been in the car show, and I like history, so this con was right down my alley. And my wife and I, we got into steampunk, and we're really sad to see this con leaving, and we don't know what we're gonna do without y'all.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Who's next? We got Dan Hollifield. Okay, so wait a minute. Before he takes the mic, I have to say something.
Yes.
Cindy just showed me the original email of the first ever person to purchase an AnachroCon membership is this man right here.
We came at the beginning, we're here at the end. Thank you for being family.
Okay. Okay, so her plaque says costuming track, and it's got a little dress dummy, and it's all adorable, but she has done a whole lot more than costuming. You see, I brought a whole lot of people from Alabama. I brought my John John, and my kitty cat, and my bird, and my boyfriend, he's over there.
And he's so pretty.
And, you know, my grandfather, I brought so many people from Alabama, and I gave so many hats to so many people. But this woman became my main programming scheduler, my XO, my costume track director, my outdoor director. You know, she had all those people from Alabama helping her get through every step of the way. But I dumped so much on her. If you were a performer, she spoke to you. If you were in probably any track, or if you were a guest, she spoke to you. So at some point, she has done a lot. Thank you. Faith Harn, Director of VIP Services.
Yay!
This girl is an inspiration and an amazing person who has taken everything I've thrown at her with grace.
It's been a great 7 years. Thank you guys for having me.
We love you. Security night shift. Casey is going to come and pick up. He's here?
I drunk him.
Can we force him into the spotlight? Can we force him into the spotlight? All right, cool. We're going to force him into the spotlight. We love you. Okay, so before we give him the mic, I want to say something. Legolas has been one of my oldest friends, my biggest inspirations. Someone that I could rely on to make sure that my stuff and your stuff was safe, no matter what. Him and his entire team, all of you, because you're all my people. I met you all at the same time. You've been with me, no matter what, all of you, and I love you, and I thank you. Oh, it's okay. So would you like to say anything now that we've forced you into the spotlight?
Thank you for not doing anything stupid that I don't have to fill out the paper. And thank you to my second shadow. Can't do it without you. And thank you, Amber.
Thank you. Is Paul still here? Paul Cashman?
Yeah.
Our best So another dude who's been here longer than I have. Always reliable, always stable, always there. Thank you, Paul.
But never give enough tables.
Never give enough tables.
I didn't have enough tables, that's right, yeah. It's been, I think, 7 years since I began with this, and initially AnachroCon, Cindy contacted me and said, you know, Paul, you were doing these things for DragonCon, but you were no longer doing that for various, whatever reasons. We'd like to show some trust in you and have you do it here at AnachroCon. And I'm very honored and humbled to have been given that kind of trust and a chance to do it again here. And I've enjoyed every minute of it. This has been a wonderful time. And it's nice to see a smaller convention, any smaller convention, you know, do well. And I support your smaller ones. I mean, I've been involved with DragonCon, you know, whatever. It's 800-pound gorilla in the room. But smaller conventions have a place too. And I've always enjoyed this one because it's smaller, it's a lot more casual and a lot more fun. And I thank you so much, everyone, for something.
Thank you, Paul. Next up is one of my people that I met at the very beginning as well, that is near and dear to my heart. Bill, will you come up here, please?
I got a few words to say. Based on the tradition and legacy that these people created 11 years ago, I want to assure you that steampunk is not dead in Atlanta. I'm going to do the con next year at the same time, the Atlanta Steampunk Exposition, and I expect to see every one of you there to help us carry on this fine tradition established by AnachroCon. I want to do 3 huzzahs for them, all right? 1, 2, 3, huzzah! 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 Thank you very much, and look for us on the way.
All of us will fully support you and love you, and I will be there, especially since you're no longer in October and I don't have to worry about it. You just and I'll be there. And I love you. All right, who's next? Okay, this one I have a special person to accept on behalf of, and I'm going to call her up right now. She is not currently here, so we're going to call the person who is. This is for Tammy Darden. I realize she is not a current director, but she was for so long my XO, Cindy's XO, our right hand. She was and is amazing. So Tammy Darden, let's hear it. To accept it for her. There is a table waiting for you if you're in here. Miss Lee Martindale? Lee Martindale! Yes! Are you here?
Yeah.
No, no way. Okay, I can't see, so I'm sorry. I thought we had made it so she could get up here easily.
Oh, no. That's my fault, I'm not here.
Oh, okay. Okay, there we are. She's going to accept it on behalf of Tammy. Also, you don't go anywhere. Put that on the table. You've accepted it. Okay, now I would like to say something, if I may. Yes. This woman has been an inspiration and a guide for 7 years, and I love her, and I thank you, and I want someone who's not bawling to get you a thank you bag. You are amazing, and you taught me so much, and you continue to teach me so much. This woman, you guys remember way back in the day, 7 years ago, you could not catch me in a wheelchair. I wouldn't do it. This woman showed me how amazing it can be to be hell on wheels.
Yes.
That's what I thought.
We're in trouble now. She's got my
Comedy Central roast all of us.
2 or 3 years into AnachroCon, somebody told me about it. So I contacted them and said, do you ever have writer's tracks? Well, they did, and they invited me, bless their hearts, and they had me and we encouraged the writers to wear costumes. They said, Garb, I had a corset, we could make a deal. It has been fantastic, and it's the people who do it. It's the friendships and the family and the weird ideas that somehow come into being. And you did it. The folks have it's been a delightful run. It's been a wonderful con. And I think you're going out in style, steampunk style.
Steampunk style. We're going out. This is amazing. You guys are amazing. Everybody, you rock. Do you realize how much I love each and every one of you? There should be one more plaque. We're missing one. I hit it. It may have wound up in the boardroom.
Oh no.
There it is. All right, so the next two people I'm going to call up here. I'm going to look at it for a second because it caused me some emotion. The next two people I'm going to call up here have been in my life for so long, I don't even know when it happened. One day they were just my family. And they got me through some really tough times. And when I needed them, they were here, no matter what. And they always are, no matter what. So Jean Harn and Randall Daly out of
She makes me cry on the country. Punch her right in the boob.
I love you. And if it had more time, there would have been two. And trust me, there will be more people with these. But I found the solution to my problem of how to thank everyone a week before the con opened. So not everyone's got time.
You don't want me to say nothing.
Okay, so we met Amber and Cindy through mutual friends. Miss Terry.
Oh, she was Terry. Terry did it.
Yes. Yes. We met. It's your fault. She said.
It's Terry's fault. We blamed Terry.
Our son Darwin, many of you know, he's special needs, and we met Miss Terry, and Miss Terry started introducing us to other conventions and her friends. Through her, we started doing little more conventions because Darwin loved conventions. And they all came to Darwin's birthday, that was in July one year, and offered, him to come to other conventions. And Darwin fell in love with everyone. He fell in love with the concept of cosplaying. He fell in love with the different styles of different themes, to just everything in general. We've always tried to show the positive in everything that we do with him and everything that he enjoys. And it's been really difficult when we first found out that the convention, this was the last one, Amber actually called me up personally to tell me before she displayed it on Facebook. Darwin doesn't read, can't read. We won't say can't because we're still trying. He's 13. And everything, his computer and phone reads everything to him. So we knew that he was going to see it. And sure enough, he saw it and he was devastated. He thought it was his fault. He thought that everybody hated him and didn't want him.
He was and has been our cosplay ambassador kid for quite a few years.
7 years we did it.
Yeah, and
So-
Darwin, honey, I promise, sweetheart, it's not your fault.
And he got really, really sad. So we had to explain and we had to really talk to him about what was going on in general for him to understand, in his terms. And so, like he said today, he said, Mama, the candle's going out, but it's okay because it's going to be lit again. And he's going to see everybody again. When that time comes, we don't know. But he's just, he's had a great weekend. He had 18 people at his poop panel. He was amazed by everything that he still got to see this weekend and be a part of this weekend, and hopefully in the future be a part of other conventions. And we just want to say thank you for accepting him. Thank you for accepting us. Thank you for accepting the way Darwin is, the way he learns, the way he is in general when it comes to cosplaying, being at a convention, and just a whole as just being Darwin. We appreciate that from you all. We have loved being a part of AnachroCon and just being a part of the family that we have grown to love. We will always be a part of you guys. We will always be a part of AnachroCon, and we will always be here when you need us.
I love you.
Love you too.
And right now, guys, hold your applause, please. Right now, guys, they need us. They've got a table outside, and it's Harn's Creations, and it's stuff Darwin's made, it's stuff Faith's made, it's stuff Jean and Randall have made, and all of it is going toward his surgery, which is literally
Darwin, we go in the hospital this coming Wednesday. Darwin has had 5 surgeries up to this point. He had transplant surgery in September. His next transplant surgery is Wednesday. May of last year, a child who knew Darwin with special needs told Darwin to stand in a spot, and he was going to pretend like he was just throwing knives at him. And long story short, he threw a stick directly in Darwin's right eye. It hit bullseye. It was done deliberately. We have a long battle. It's been hard because Darwin cannot see out of his right eye. We're hoping to get sight back. It's hard because Darwin assumed that he'd be better in 2 months, and he's not. So we've had a lot of emotions. We've had a lot of just growth in general trying to get him better. But we do, insurance is now being a battle and not paying, and we have 3 surgeries between this coming week and May that he's got to have. We have 2 more probably by the end of 2020, and we have at least 2 more in 2021. And that's just to stabilize everything to hopefully get his eye and have his body accept a transplant because it's already failed 1 transplant. So from there, we've been doing crafts. We do Harn Daily Creations. We do have a Facebook page, but that includes shipping, prices. We try to stay reasonable just because every dime we make goes to the medical bills that we have at hand. And that's from May until now and into the future of his medical bills. But that's kind of the backstory. I know a lot of people asked us over the weekend that was unaware of what had happened. So that's just the backstory of what we were going through. But he smiles. He gets up every day saying that he's going to see, and we're just going to go with it, and we're going to see what happens. So thank you all for supporting us, and we really appreciate it.
And thank you to everyone who's I'm going to say a few words now. And then when I'm done, unless Jay, you want to go first? Of course not. And this is where it's going to take a second. So please be patient and bear with me.
Waterfall stars.
I've been real good. I have bounced off this subject all weekend and tried to make sure that you guys had everything you needed. So,
If you need a minute,
yeah, we're going to do that. Just give me a second to grab what I need to say.
Hello, lovely people.
Yeah, yours didn't get made over there.
It's all good. Baby, I know.
I have to
I know you love me.
Get cut.
Ain't you stupid? Wow, I just made it. Okay. A lot of y'all know me as security. Amber was the first person to trust me and love me enough to...
I gave her my store. I gave her my baby. Do you know how hard that was for me to do? I created the thing from scratch. And I gave it to her.
The trust and the love that it took for her. And I just have to say that I've done a lot of conventions. I've worked a lot of conventions. This particular convention has been super, super special to me, not only because of the people that I've met here, but because of the people that attend and have attended this convention. We are all instantaneously family. We take care of each other, we love each other, we were here for each other for whatever stupid reason, important reason. It's so full of love, and I hate to see it end, but it is not ending because we have Bill to carry on. Woo! And we will carry on. We will forever be family. From day one until the end of time, we are all family.
Can I get a hell yeah?
And a huzzah. Huzzah! So I just want to say thank you all for being amazing, wonderful people. And thank you for mostly being well behaved.
Thanks for that.
And I've been told that we have 40 boxes left of Girl Scout cookies, so get your crack while you can.
Wait a minute. Why would you announce that? I haven't got 10 minutes yet.
And please, if you feel the need to buy a beer glass, come to the store and buy
A
a
cup of everything. Come buy the cup of everything.
Yes, buy the cup of everything. But seriously, from me to all of you, I love you, I appreciate you, and I expect to see you all at Atlanta Steampunk Expo.
Yes. Okay, so now that I've gathered my thoughts really quick, I see my Java, I'm blind up here, all the lights. Honey, this man, will you come up here, please? There's a Jen out there somewhere. Hey Jen, do you feel like walking up here?
I was actually just gonna come over here and thank you, but okay.
Well, I would like, because technically, these two are technically your Doctor Who track directors. And, oh, by the way, they put that together Friday. Because we had, okay, a lot of you may have noticed that there's a lot of handwritten badges. There's a lot of mistakes with the spreadsheets and the schedule. We had a lot of, it wasn't, no, she didn't do it. She did not do it.
I did.
And so, basically what happened is we were going to get Alan from Timegate to come be our Doctor Who director. And he had to cancel, and so I went, well, do we cancel the track? What do we do? And he gave me plenty of time, and the thought didn't hit me until Friday. And I looked at Java and I went, so, can you find Jen?
And she tells me Friday, she goes, can you do some Doctor Who panels? I'm like, okay.
And so
Well, I had
these two gave you Doctor Who.
well, thank you. I had originally come here because of Doctor Who, because Cindy and this lovely lady right here found me at Timegate or Hoolanta when I was premiering my Doctor Who show, and it was like, you need to be at this con. And I was like, I didn't know anything about con, so I was like, okay. And so for about 3 years, they kept saying, you need to come, you need to come, you need to come. And I was like, all right, okay. And then finally I was like, okay, I want to show up. And it has been the best experience. You guys accepted me with open arms, and I appreciate that. 7 years I've been here with you guys. Jay inducted me into his pirate society, so I'm up there tending bar with them every year. It's just a staple now. So I came up here because this con has been like a family to me too, much like Miss W was saying. And it's one of those cons that's so intimate that you get to know everybody, you get to be around like people that you don't get to see all the time. It's so funny, we live close, but we never see each other until we're here. But when we're here, it's like we picked up where we left off, you know? And I found that it's really important to have that kind of connection. I'm so glad that Bill's gonna keep it going, because this energy doesn't need to die. It does not.
We got a Bill.
We do. And I wanted to thank you, Cindy, for reaching out to me to bring me here. And I want to thank you, my darling girl.
I love you.
For staying on me to come.
It took 3 freaking years of Atlanta. 3 freaking years.
Because it's been an experience that I couldn't have ever, had otherwise. And thank you.
It is an honor to know you, my friend.
You too. I ain't going nowhere. I'm still here. I'll still be drinking.
Oh, yeah.
I'm still gonna be drinking and making drinks. I'll probably be drinking in just a little bit, actually. And I'll come.
Oh yeah, that's the whole point of doing this right before Dead Dogs. We can all.
And ugly cry. That's what they want to do. They want to see all of us ugly cry. I think that's what it is.
Tori, will you hand them both a thank you bag?
Oh. And I also want to thank this lovely lady because anytime I do a panel with her, it is like perfect. Like every week, like I said, I had offered to put some stuff together for Dr. Who because we didn't have anything. And I didn't hear anything, but then we got here and said, oh yeah, we need it. So I was like, all right, pulled some panels together. She said, yes, let's do it. She showed up. And I tell you, every single one of those panels was full. Every single one of those panels had amazing, amazing feedback. And I really love that because the Doctor Who fandom that's here is so precious to me. And I really appreciate everybody. So, Missy, darling, did you want to?
And I was able to serve many cups of tea. Thank you for sharing that with me. That is how I show love, is sharing tea. And I love getting to share this with you.
I just get people drunk. That's just what I do. So, thank you guys so much. I'm going to give this back to them.
Thank you for giving us Doctor Who.
And I'm going to be at AnachroCon, so y'all come to AnachroCon too. That's another thing happening. We party hard there too. Just saying. Just saying. Thank you so much.
Love you.
I'm coming to love on you. That's happening.
Okay. I'll be available for Loves a Dead Dog too.
Where's Dead Dog?
Con Suite at 6. I do have a list of announcements that we're just about to get to after I ball my eyes out. So, here we go. A lot of you know me. I'm Amber.
Hi.
Hi,
Amber. We're trying to go
When I was 19 years old, I was either going to turn 19 or just about to be 19. I moved to Atlanta. Holy crap. Itty bitty town, Alabama. Small town girl. Atlanta. What was I thinking? I don't know. Excuse me, I didn't mean to say that. I was terrified. Out of my mind. Huge city. So many people. I started going to conventions, and Cindy, oh my God, Cindy, she was determined that AnachroCon and Dragon would not be the first convention I attended because she wanted to slowly immerse me into the old shinies everywhere, look at the ball, and I was so shy, and I was so timid. And then came all of you. And the first AnachroCon I attended, which I believe was 2013. I walked into a world of amazing. Scylla was the pre-reg director, and that's where I got put. And I got to see all of the costumings go, all of the people go from muggles, seemingly, to amazing works of art and beauty. And I'll never forget because I was sitting there and there was this lady and she was like, do I need to show you my passport? And I'm like, your passport? Well, where's your passport? She's going, I'm from Australia. I went, oh, that explains the accent. And so it was an amazing experience. And then my position within the convention, it was ever changing, ever evolving. And in the meantime, I saw all of you. And I learned so much, and I met so many of you, and so many of you became a part of me. Because AnachroCon isn't why I'm sad. I loved AnachroCon. I love it. I always will. But I didn't create it. I didn't start it. I fell in love with it, with Cindy and the rest of the founders, Strobel. They're the ones that had the idea. I just kept it going. But I realized my entire adult life, for the past 7 years, has been wrapped around this convention. And you guys, all of you, from the attendees to the volunteers to the directors to the hotel staff, you are a part of my life. And I'm sad because I don't get to see you as much. I'm not sad because you're gone. I'm sad because this gave me the opportunity to meet so many awesome people, guests, and vendors, and I took it all in, and I loved it. I loved every second of it. And I love all of you. You are what kept me going as long as I have. Because you mattered to me. No matter what your position is, no matter what you did to get here, I care about every single one of you.
We love you.
And I want to thank you, all of you, for being here to celebrate with me one last time. Okay, Jake's turn. I gotta stop.
Amber, thank you. Thank you for taking over as co-chair with me and making things work down here. You did a wonderful job.
I tried real hard.
If there was a problem anywhere on the floor, you would see Amber zooming across it on her scooter. Taking care of business that needed to be taken care of, making sure you guys had the best time you could. She's done a fabulous job. I would like you all to thank her. I have enjoyed every moment with you guys. I believe Milton's got a few words to say as well.
Well, I don't know if you, and many people know me, but I'm Grandpa. And Amber approached me 3 years ago and said that her photographer had moved away or something, and wanted to know if I could do it. And I said, I'm used to shooting trees and stuff, and not people, but I said I'd do the best I could. But I love you.
I love you too.
And thank you.
Oh.
That's the only thing I could think to say. Is that, thank you.
Oh. I'm a little speechless at the moment. Is this one on? I have no idea. Oh. I've asked so much of so many of you, and my grandpa, he's in the background a lot, and he doesn't like the whole spotlight thing, but he does quite a lot to make sure things get done. So thank you, Grandpa, very much. Now that I have recovered a bit, I care so much that sometimes when things go wrong, I freak out. I've been told many a time that my biggest problem is I care too much. And, you know, if something went wrong with your weekend, if something wasn't absolutely perfect, I hope you had fun anyway. I hope you enjoyed your time here as much as I enjoyed seeing all of you. And the T-Tones, can we hear for the T-Tones? Awesome. Oh, the Mary Bailey. I missed those completely. I went to sleep, y'all. I went to bed, and somebody looked at me this morning and went, "You disappeared at 1 a.m." And I went, "I did what?" I was sleeping. But the sleep was a thing. I feel like I'm forgetting something. What am I forgetting?
What's on your list?
We have the bandanas to give out. The costume contest for charity. Oh, wait a minute. I know what I'm forgetting. She's on stage with me. Hey, y'all. Did y'all see Kyrie? Did you see her? Kyrie, come here. Look at her little shiny shirt. I made that too. Kyrie is such a good girl. She loves all the attention in public. In public, she behaves almost as an emotional animal. She is a pet, but we love her. And she came from Best Friends, and you can still donate to Best Friends if you so choose. I forgot to get numbers from the Life South people about how much blood they were able to get, but the lady did tell me that after I put the big sign up front, that they got a lot more people in, and they're super grateful. So thank you to all of you who donated in the emergency crisis need for blood. Thank you. Apparently Saturday, at least, they made not only the quota, but +2. Yay! Moving quotas is amazing. The costume contest. I don't know. You know the costume contest.
Okay, so during the costume contest, we raised I think $37 for the charity, but overall, between the silent auction, the costume contest, and the car show, we've raised just a little over $200 for the fur babies at that animal shelter. So I'm sure they are going to be thrilled when we give that to them. So thank you guys, whoever donated, and like she said, if you still would like to donate to them, that was one of the best animal shelters I've ever walked into. So.
And Cass, I live with Cass, so Cass is going to get their plaque later because I didn't have time. I love you. I love you.
And upset.
JD, do we have anything else for the bandanas? On that note, what time is it?
4:30.
4:30. Okay. Yes. 15. Oh, announcement. Thank you. This is why I have a JD. So after this and all of the emotions, the last thing we have that I know of is the Dead Dog Party at 6 o'clock. We want you all to join us. It's on floor 1502 in the con suite. And we want you to join us and come eat all of the food so we don't have to take any home.
Challenge!
Also, if you are a fellow con chair or you are a director in different departments of different conventions, guess what? I don't want to take my crap home. I have office supplies, and I have reg supplies, and some of those stuff has been dealt with. Bill's getting some of that stuff for ASE. If you are a fellow con chair and you want to go through stuff, see me. After I make sure, Cindy makes sure there's nothing in it that's hers. Cool.
Nope, take it off.
So,
Take it off. Take it off.
Okay, must go. Don't forget to stop by. Oh, I knew I was forgetting something. I'm sorry. Lapel pins 2020. Where are they? Well, what happened is they're still in China. So,
Damn Chinese.
when we get them,
Coronavirus.
Yeah, their transportation services has been shut down. We can't get them until we're perfectly 1000% sure it's not contaminated. So what we're going to do is we're going to wait, we're going to take pre-orders, and when they are ready, and if they are not ready, or if they are contaminated, a new batch will be printed, guaranteed by the company that is uncontaminated, and when they do arrive, we will mail them to you. You can pre-order them with the lovely Mrs. W. Cool. So, do I have any other announcements?
I have one thing to say real quick.
Yes, come on up.
We need to thank Amber and everyone up here, in addition to our founders, Cindy, everyone. Let's hear it for them. Applause and huzzahs.
And Jay, thank you for making it to where I could be your co-chair and keep this convention going. Because if Jay hadn't said yes, I don't know who would have been with me. So,
I had a momentary lapse of reason and decided to do this circus. Thank you, Amber. I wouldn't have done it without her.
yeah, we reached a lot of points where we would kind of look at each other through the years and go, "You in? I'm in. Let's keep going." And yes, do we have any questions or comments? I'm missing something. I can't see. I can't see.
I have something to say.
Okay, would you like to come up? Come on.
Hi. So I'm being blinded by a bunch of lights, but my name is Ninja. I'm from Troop 102. But when I found AnachroCon, this is my first year being here. I'm kind of sad that it's suddenly ending. But you know, like I found people. Like there were people yesterday that I met that know stuff. Like most times at school, I'm alone. I don't have very many friends there. But I have my Girl Scout troop. I have friends here that I met, and this is like a great opportunity. I'm glad that I went to this convention because this is an amazing convention. I don't care what people say about steampunk's the best. Like, come on. And I just want to thank you all for making this real. This is a great opportunity for me. Thank you all.
Any other questions, comments, or announcements that my brain's forgetting because I'm just the best?
I want to do a quick announcement.
Oh, there's my candy. Come here. AnachroCon, Candace, we love you.
Thank you. All right, so I know that everyone's really excited to start going to Dead Dog and hanging out with everybody and hugging and taking pictures and all that good stuff. But I want to share something that happened earlier with me, and that is, unlike a lot of you, you only get to enjoy Amber once a year. I probably see Amber 20 times a year, and that's because she is at every single convention, whether it be big or small, and she's working hard, and she was always promoting this convention. Until you've ran a con and begged someone to sit at a table for 4 hours, no, take it back, 4 days for 24 hours, you will never know the dedication it takes to have someone sit there and be pleasant and happy and positive and talk about how passionate they are about your convention and why people should come there. It's hard, it costs us money. We're often not reimbursed by the conventions we work for. We do it because we love the craft and we love the community. And so earlier when I was talking to Amber, I said, well, now that you're done with this, I said, what con are you going to work on next? And she said, she said, what? And I was like, yeah. I was like, well, you know, I mean, obviously you'll take a little break. I was like, but then, well, what are you going to do? And she was like, well, why would I then work on another con? I feel like I let everybody down because this con's closing.
No.
I know. But, exactly. And so you all answered the same thing I did. And I said, shame on you for ever thinking that. I said, you you did an amazing job. This is an incredibly hard city to create a con and to sustain a con in. DragonCon is amazing, MomoCon is amazing, we are lucky we have them, but the small cons are also the hard, and they work so hard, and they're worked by a lot of the same people at every single small con. They're the same volunteers, they're the people who work so hard all year long. And without them, you know, we wouldn't have this community. And so I was like, Amber, no, that's absolutely not true. You are amazing, you have done a great job, your team has done a great job. You have ran a great convention in a city that's super saturated, that has increased costs of hotels and venues, and yet you created great content, amazing giveaways, and you did it in a classy way without ever stepping on someone else's toes or talking down about anyone else's convention. You are a top-notch act. This is the top. And know that not only do the attendees support you, there are a lot of con runners in this room. We are your peers, and we believe in you, and we respect you. Okay, and that's super important because it's easy to look from as part of an attendee in, but these are the same people in the back here who kill themselves year-round working on the great cons we have in this city. So please continue to support Bill in our Steampunk Expo, support the small conventions, support AnachroCon, support DragonCon, keep fandoms alive. Y'all are doing it. Good job, Amber. I'm gonna miss you. Who am I gonna sit next to now at DragonCon? Oh God! Fandoms is gonna suck now.
I will still bring you candy because apparently I'm being forced to go whether I'm actually not. So, yes, did you have something?
Okay, so I also wanted to talk about my sister for just a second. I have watched her put blood, sweat, and tears into this for a very long time. She has busted her butt to try and bring you guys the best show possible.
Trying to find a way to do it.
And I really hope
Plus
that
that
you
change
have enjoyed yourselves these past few years. I don't really know what life is going to be like when we go home and we don't have to con crunch anymore. But from another perspective, hope you guys understand how hard my sister has worked and how much she does care for each and every one of you, because this is all volunteer work mainly, and I don't know a person alive that would put themselves through that much just to try and make you guys have a great time and be so happy. So Amber, I'm proud of you. You did a great job. And it's time to go home and rest.
Oh, wait. Okay, can we go eat food now?
Let's go eat! Wait, one more.
Sorry if this is out of tune. I'm so glad we've had this time together, just to have a laugh or sing a song. Seems we just get started, and before we know it, comes the times we have to say so long.